Stan Gibilisco here from once again the White Hills of South Dakota. United States of America. It is 28th of April 2014. We've had about 18 inches of snow in the past 36 hours. But a lot of it has melted and settled already because it's pretty late in the season. Winter is 7 months old here. I don't really mind it so much, but I just had a thought. I wonder if late season storms like this and early season storms like the one we had in October, 4 feet of snow with that one, that gives you a better idea of how much snow there's been here. The deck, it hasn't melted quite so much. But I wonder whether these type of extreme events have anything to do with climate change, and if they do, I don't know if they do, and if they do, whether we can actually do anything about it. This has been one of the coldest winters on record for a lot of the country. A lot of the Great Lakes are under ice or covered with ice. Can you attribute that to global warming? Well, perhaps so, in a way. Climate change and shifts in the climate, maybe. But I just wonder. It seems like people are always saying that global warming and climate change are causing bad things or will cause bad things. Exclusively bad, always bad. And then they blame it on humanity. And then they turn around and say that in order to solve the problem, what we need to do is tax carbon, stop cows from farting so much, burn less wood. In general, just make ourselves poorer, more deprived, and more unhappy. Well, I got news for you. If we don't put a lid on the population growth in this planet, we are all going to get poorer, more deprived, and more unhappy, not to mention colder and hungrier, because things are just going to get worse and worse and worse for the lot of us. When you have a finite space and you have an increasing number of people, it doesn't take a mathematician with a PhD to figure out that that means each person's going to get less space and less of the finite resources that we have. So whether or not storms like this have anything to do with climate change, and whether or not all of these other problems of humanity are caused exclusively by our misbehavior and misdeeds and overconsumption and evil behavior in general, whether or not any of that is true, unless we put a lid on the population growth of this planet somehow, no matter what we do to solve our problems, the rising tide of population growth will catch up to us and we'll have the same problem all over again. So somehow, and I don't want to advocate anything, I don't want to say, oh, you've got to have forced birth control or anything. I don't want to advocate a thing. But I want to warn humanity that unless we find, and this is a worldwide global problem, unless we get together and figure out a humane and effective way to control our numbers, we are in for a very, very, very unpleasant future indeed. As an afterthought, I don't mind the snow. This town looks pretty in snow. But if this kind of stuff starts happening in July, I'm going to really be griping, I think. I mean, winter again, like I said, 7 months old here. Of course, this is the third snowiest town in the United States, Alaska included, I believe. I didn't move here if I didn't like snow. Stan Gibilisco, signing off for now. So long.